Where are you going? We're always in such a rush to get somewhere better than right now. It's a paradox in itself. If you've learned anything from being quote unquote spiritual, it's that no moment is better than another. All we have is right now. We think that finding wisdom will bring us peace. We think that finding relationships will bring us love. These things exist within us. We cause our own suffering looking for love and peace in the external world. We create that for ourselves. It's an illusion when we get it from somewhere else. It's not real. We're taking from somebody else to feel that. We hold attachment to that. And when we lose it, we're left suffering. So if you can find a place within yourself, independent of the outside world, that fills you with peace and love and bliss, that's where you need to stay all the time. It's called being high all the time for a reason. Why do you think people get addicted to drugs? It's because they find that place and they can't leave it. Alcohol or marijuana or some other street drugs, and they find a place of peace and love within a substance, an external means of happiness. They can't leave. But what if you can just do that by just being yourself? By me being Corey, I can get high all the time, high on life, high on breath. It sounds crazy, but it's not. There's no direct path to presence, to enlightenment that I could lay out for you. The Buddhists have their idea, the Hindus have their idea, the Taoists have their own idea. But ultimately, we're all ending up at the same place. Every religion is looking for a heaven. Every religion is looking for peace, harmony, oneness. They're all the same. They're all going to the same place. We're not going to some place up in the clouds. We're not going to sit in a golden throne or fly with angel wings. We're going to be here now. We're getting as many tries at it as we can. Until you get it right, you're going to end up back right here again, try after try after try. You're going to end up human. Because humans make mistakes. Humans aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. The perfected soul is the one that moves on. And that's the whole idea behind enlightenment, moksha, nirvana, the perfected soul. And so many people get caught up in the idea of perfecting themselves, liberating themselves. But they're attached to an idea, they're not attached to the path. You got to leave the ideas, the attachments we have of things behind. Because we're looking to a future, we're holding a past. We're not staying right here. Because right here is all we got. And it's easy to go over there or go back there. Believe me, it's easy. It's easy to get caught up in the ego. It's easy to get caught up in desire and attachment. It takes you over. It possesses you. The god of desire, the god of attachment. You almost have no control over your brain. We're at the mercy of our minds. And the whole idea behind cultivating self-awareness and elevating our consciousness is to gain control of ourselves. To gain awareness of ourselves. How do we affect the world? How do I affect myself? And it's not hard to start. It's all about a taking off point. Where do I leap off? And once you leap off, there's no going back. It's like jumping off a mountain. You're base jumping. You got a parachute? There's no, I'm going back to the top of the mountain. You better get ready to pull the chute or you're hitting bottom. You're hitting rock bottom. The spiritual path, the path of yoga, path to enlightenment, we're not going anywhere. We're right here. The whole path is to get right here. How do we stay right here? It's questions that have no answer. It's how do I stay right here? And we have all these practices and techniques to stay right here. Maybe I can stay right here better than you. It's all ridiculous. We create an ego structure out of everything we do. Oh, I meditated longer than you. Oh, I did more breath work. I can hold my breath longer than you. Oh, I read all of these holy books. I'm better than you. Oh, you don't know your mantra? We have these judgments. We hold on to being holy. We hold on to being pure. And ultimately, it makes us impure. It's a paradox. The whole spiritual path is a paradox. And the more I read and the more I look into this and sit with myself, the more I find, where am I going? It's all about just being here, experiencing, like I'm a human being. Spending so much time being human, we're not spending enough time being. Being human, caught up in bills and work and partying and hanging out with friends and social media. And it's all just filling up our brains with chaos. We got thoughts bouncing, boom, 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 boom. What are they doing for us? They're doing nothing. These thoughts aren't serving us. They're distracting us. This chaotic mind that you can't silence is distracting you from yourself. And yourself is all you got. If you can find yourself, you find this moment. You find yourself in totality. You find this moment in totality. The purity of this moment, being one with this moment. You're not separate from it. It's incredible what you find with just a little bit of awareness. Putting a little bit of awareness into when you're cooking. Put a little bit of awareness into when you're working out. Put a little bit of awareness when you're sending texts to your friends. A little bit of awareness goes a long way. So that's what I'm leaving you with. Put a little bit of awareness in everything you do. And I think you'll reap the fruit.